大家好，欢迎收听双语跨步走。这是一个由教师专业精进社群所制作的 podcast。我们希望可以透过这个节目记录我们自己的社群，乃至于台湾各地第一线双语教师的教学故事。Hi, I'm Anne, and welcome to our podcast. And today's episode actually grew from the episode number 33, which we interviewed Michael. And after that episode, our English teacher Kate listened it and shared it. She mentioned that it sparked a conversation between her and Michael about common English mistakes students make. And I thought this is a perfect topic for a new episode. So I invited Michael and Kate to come to our podcast today. So welcome, Michael.
Hello.
And welcome, Kate.
Hi, thank you for having me.
好，我今天会讲一点中文，因为上次那集有人说我们如果参加会员可不可以有一点中文，好，所以今天我们就 invite Kate. And so Kate is an English teacher, 所以我有一些时候我会换成用中文，这样避免大家就是听了5分钟之后就想要就是关掉这样子。
没问题。
Okay, so today we are tackling those almost right English phrase. So its grammar might be correct, but still sounds wrong. So Michael, could you share some example you hear students use?
Sure. Well, the first one I heard was the very first day I started teaching in Taiwan, where I asked the students, "How is everyone doing today?" And they said, "I'm so-so." And I understood what they meant, but
Yes.
it's just I started to hear that saying over and over again. And it really stuck out because even though we know what it means as native English speakers, it's not something we ever really say. And I would even ask them to describe like the quality of their food. Like, how do you like the school food at Wenchang? And they're like, it's so-so. And I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. So that was the first thing I noticed was their use of the word so-so. Well, when I ask them how they're doing and they want to say that they aren't doing great, they might say, "Oh, I'm not good."
Oh.
Or if they're doing like okay in the middle, they'll say, "Oh, I'm so-so." So I think maybe with the students, they struggle a little bit with the vocabulary to explain how they are doing if they are not doing good.
Case, what's your take on this?
I think students learn their English based on the textbook, and sometimes textbook indeed show those outdated English. Let's take so-so for example. I've heard of this expression since I was a junior high school student. So probably survived for 30 years. But I think nowadays people don't use so-so, right? So if you want to express the something is not so good or not so bad, maybe we will say mid.
That's kind of a slang phrase like younger kids say in America. Oh, it's mid.
Mid?
It's mid, like it's middle.
In the middle.
Oh,
I think if you want to sound a little bit more formal, less super casual, you can just say it's okay or it's all right.
Oh.
I think maybe that might be confusing for the students because in their mind when they think it's okay, it means it's good. But when like native English speakers say, "Oh, it's okay," it just means
so-so.
Yeah, it's just in the middle. Like,
So if you want to say so-so, you can just say, "I'm good, I'm okay."
you can just say, "Oh, I'm okay," or "I'm all right."
好像大家有听到吗？就是如果你真的想用收手，就是 I'm okay, I'm alright， 这样子 native speaker 就会知道你其实是要表示收手这个事情，这样子。
而且刚刚 Michael 说他第一次听到学生讲收手的时候，他说他有点卡住了，不知道这个是什么意思。原来其实是，yeah， 就是不知道，就是好还好。
过时就对了。就是这么 outdated, so is too outdated.
It's a little outdated. I'm trying to think the last time I heard it. I think I was probably in elementary school.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I know what it means, but it's not something we say every day.
So if I say I'm good, means I'm good, right?
Yeah, if you say I'm good, or you could change the tone of your voice, like, Teacher Michael, I'm good. Like, I know.
Change the tone.
Oh, you're not very good.
I know. So can you give me another example the students might struggle with?
Yeah, so with so-so, that's like they're trying to say like, oh, I'm doing okay, like it's mid. Another thing is saying that they're not doing great, that maybe they're doing a little bad.
Yes.
So they'll say, oh, I'm not good, or I'm doing bad. And it's difficult to explain why that's a little funny to hear as an English speaker, but as a native English speaker, we kind of talk sometimes in riddles almost. Like, if I'm doing bad and you ask me, how are you? I might say, oh, I can't complain. Or, I could be better.
I could be better. So
it's kind of a way to say I'm not doing great, but there's like a social rule where I'm not allowed to say directly, like, oh, I'm doing awful.
Okay.
So it's a little funny when I ask a student, how are you? And they're like, I am terrible, teacher. And it's like, oh, okay.
Too directly, right?
It's very direct.
It's not polite.
I understand why they say it. They don't know the vocabulary to say it a more natural way, but it's a little funny to me to have the students say, I am terrible today.
所以他们不会讲那么直啊，所以我觉得可能就是 it could be better，就想说这样应该就不会太 too rude，或者太 impolite 这样子。
对，或者是 good 这个东西可能在形容的是一个物品，可是人可能不是，人的心情可能不是一个物品，你不会说I'm not good，所以你可以说 I'm feeling not okay。
So can I say I'm feeling not okay?
You can say that, but if you say that to me, it makes me a little worried about you. Like, do you want to talk about it? Like, do we need to?
But actually, you just want to say hello, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to say talk a lot. You just want to say hello.
So yeah, if I ask someone in America, how are you? And they said, oh, I'm not good. I would be worried about them. I would think like, do you need to talk to me alone and talk about your feelings? Because that directness.
I think the Taiwanese will also say, I'm fine. Because our textbook taught us how to say it.
Yes.
Really?
When I say, when someone asks you, how are you? You can say, I'm fine. And I learned it from my junior high school's English textbook.
Yeah, like I said, it's very old expression.
Saying I'm fine is okay though, but it's funny because I don't hear the students ever say I'm fine.
Really?
Yeah, it's just...
I think the age of our generation will say I'm fine.
That's a much more natural way of saying like, oh, I'm okay, I'm all right.
OK， 所以大家学到嘛，就 I'm OK, I'm alright。那如果你真的没有很好，你就 say it could be better。对，就比较不会是负面表述的方式。
对。
Okay, the second example. You mentioned about the interesting.
Yes.
Yes. I'm very curious about what's the problem of the interesting?
This one is very difficult to describe because we native English speakers, we use the word interesting for so many different situations. So explaining the nuance, it's very difficult, but I will try.
Okay.
Let me give an example. The other week, I was doing a lesson about types of movies, different genres of movies. And I wanted to teach the students new adjectives, new words they can use to describe things. So like I'm going through action movies and I'm saying, what is a word we can use to describe an action movie?
Yes.
And they're like, oh, it's interesting. I'm like, okay. What is a word we can use to describe a horror movie? And they're like, oh, it's scary. It's interesting. I'm like, okay. What about for a romance movie? Oh, it's romantic. It's interesting. Like, oh, so it's all very interesting. I think I learned recently that the Chinese equivalent for interesting. It also means fun. Is that right?
Yes. And fun,
Exciting, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more
positive meaning.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't know that at the time, so I was very confused. Why is everyone saying everything is interesting all the time?
So what is the interesting in your social or your culture?
Okay, I will try to explain. So interesting means like it kind of makes you think. So maybe you could say, oh, I liked the story to this book or movie. The plot was interesting. It was very well written. It made me think. I like it.
Inspired? Like inspired?
Sure, you can say it's very inspired. But we wouldn't say interesting like, oh, I had fun necessarily.
Yes.
Like maybe you had a crazy day. Like, I don't know, like you wake up in the morning, you go get coffee and you see like a car wreck. You could say, I had a very interesting start to my day, but it does not mean it was fun. It just means that something kind of crazy happened.
Crazy thing.
Yes, something abnormal.
Yeah, something abnormal, something different happened. Sometimes I've heard the teacher, or not teachers, but the students, they'll say, oh, Teacher Michael, he's a very interesting teacher.
Oh, you don't think it's a good adjective for you, right? Good description.
I know they mean it in a nice way, but if I said that to another English speaker, that would be considered an insult. Like, that person is interesting, so there must be something abnormal about them. There must be something weird about them.
Some special.
This is also new to me because we always teach our students if you describe somebody as interesting, he or she must be a very funny person. He or she talks jokes a lot. So
It's not
this is the first time I
humor,
think
right?
that
I would say, it's difficult to explain, but I would say don't call people interesting. Say the things they do are interesting.
So all the English teachers remember this. Don't call anyone interesting and stop teaching your students that interesting can be described as a person.
So to give an example, let's say Taylor Swift. All the girls in my class, they love Taylor Swift. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's all over the world. No matter where you go, they love her. Maybe instead of saying Taylor Swift is an interesting person, you can say Taylor Swift, she makes interesting music. Or the lyrics to her songs are very interesting. If you say she is an interesting person, it makes her as a person sound like she's a little different, a little weird. Yeah.
对，这个是很颠覆我们英语教学，因为我们在教情绪动词的那一刻，我们都会说ing 就是修饰物 ，ed 就是修饰人，所以但是有例外，像 interesting 就是一个例外，它可以用来形容就是人，就觉得他是一个很有趣的人。但是今天呢，就是 Michael 说，这是一种就是不礼貌的说法，不会用来形容人身上。
But if I just want to explain, I really like this movie and it's made me feel very inspired. The movie inspired me a lot, or have many. They talk a lot of the issue. I'm really interested in it.
Yeah, you can say the movie is interesting. You can say the story is interesting.
Not the person.
I would not describe a person as interesting.
So if we want to, so when I change, I can change. So if I want to describe like Kate, I think she's a very
funny person.
No, very smart and very. I learned a lot from her. So how can I say this?
You could say Kate is a very intelligent person. She has very admirable traits. She has traits that inspire you as a teacher. I would
know the simple words to explain.
I would not say she is interesting because it's kind of the same way as saying she's a little different. She's a little maybe weird. it can be in a good way, but sometimes people want to be passive aggressive, meaning they might want to insult someone without saying something mean. So they might say, oh, that person, he's very interesting. Or maybe they want to insult like the clothes you wear. They're like, oh, that's a very interesting choice of clothes you wore today.
Yeah.
So I would say to be safe, maybe don't call people interesting, call the things they do interesting. Like Kate has a very interesting teaching style. She does this and this.
Yes. 就是去称赞他做的这些有趣的或者是有意思的事情，这样子。
对 interesting 就不能在人身上，
这样。虽然我觉得 Kate 真的是一个非常有趣的人，但是我们不能直接
翻译，不能直接中翻译，
拿 direct translation from the Mandarin to English. Because in Mandarin we will say someone is interesting, it means 有趣，就是and I don't know how to explain.
Yes.
Yeah, but we cannot directly translate to the English.
Another word that's similar to interesting is like intriguing. So
yeah, 吸引人的。
Oh, I think it's
like,
attractive.
Similar, like let's say like you watch a book or a movie, the plot really makes you think. You can say, oh, the story was very intriguing. Like I really wanted to learn more about it.
Intriguing. 好，我要学起来，这个我是真的不知道。Intriguing. 好，所以你可以用 intriguing 来形容这个人很吸引人的这样，我觉得就是大家可以学一下 intriguing 这样子。
Intriguing.
Okay, so interesting. 好，真的是蛮颠覆我们之前的想法的，对，因为像 Kate 刚刚说的那些什么文法用词，我相信现在国9的学生应该也是就是可以朗朗上口这样，而实际上在就是 native speaker 里面，他们不太用这个东西来形容人这样子，对，
讲到过时的英文呢，我前阵子有听到，就是有一个单词在英文课本上一定会教，叫做 seldom。Yes, I heard that nowadays people don't use seldom.
That is true. Seldom is kind of like old person speak. I still use the word seldom, but yeah, it is not used very often.
So how can the native speaker say seldom in the other way?
You might just use the words not often.
Not often.
Yeah, not often or rarely.
But specifically where I'm from in America, we still use the word seldom. It's like kind of like very country, very rural speak. But for most of the English-speaking world, they've kind of moved away from that word. It's kind of considered very like
just
old.
Say not often. It's okay.
Yeah, just like, oh, instead of I seldom go to the coffee shop, you can say, oh, I don't often go there.
I don't often go there. Okay. Could you share another example
of
the
usage?
I can share another example of the students' common mistake. Sometimes when students want to say that they are fond of someone or fond of something, they say, I very like you.
I very like you.
Yeah, but actually it's I like you very much.
I like you very much. When they say this, is this romantic?
They just don't know that the word order is different in Mandarin and in English. Yeah. Or maybe let me put another verb like I miss you very much. But sometimes they will say I very miss you.
Oh, it's because I think it's a Mandarin logic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am curious though about the I like you very much, because this has a very strong connotation in English. Are they trying to say that they love them, like, or they like them as a girlfriend or a boyfriend?
No.
It's just an example. Maybe they can say I like Hello Kitty very much, but but they say I very like Hello Kitty.
So it's strange because you could, instead of saying I very like them, you could say I really like, and that would be grammatically okay. So you could say I really like Hello Kitty.
Yes. Probably the students forget that very do not come before like or the verb. Yes.
So I would say to any student who struggles with that, just replace the word very with really, and it has the same meaning. Like I really, really like Hello Kitty means I like Hello Kitty a lot.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't like Hello Kitty, but it's just an example.
就是你把本来要讲，其实我很喜欢什么的那个 very 改成 really， 它就会变得文法上的也是很通顺的，
正确了，
就不用再把它very much 放到后面去这样。And another example I think is my daughter said she cut her hair, but actually it's not she cut her hair, it's she had a haircut.
Yeah. That's that like current past tense future tense difference from Mandarin and English, right?
Yes.
I see my students make similar mistakes all the time, and I understand why they do it, but it's very difficult to fix because there's so many different conjugations you have to use in English. Like, oh, what did you do yesterday? Oh, yesterday I go to store. It's like, you went to the store. Like, yes, that is right.
I went to store. So it's about tense. 就是时态有问题。然后还有就是我们刚刚说那个被动的，被动语态是英文是什么？
也是有一点难啊，就是我们会9年级的时候才会学到。然后被动语态的话，有的时候就是会，他不想要表明做出那个动作的人是谁，然后他就会用被动。譬如说，
被动语态本身英文是什么？
它是你说它的公式吗？
没有，就是那个被动语态的原文，就是
我先说一句话，譬如说，Simon tells the story， 这个是主动，那 the story is told by Simon， 这个就是被动，
所以是 passive tense 嘛？
对对，
是叫 passive 嘛？
对对。
Yeah, we just talk about the passive tense.
I could understand a little bit of that.
So I think students always, and for me is also struggle with the passiveness test.
Past tense.
Passive tense.
Yeah, I understand. I had to learn a little bit of Spanish in school, and translating my ideas in English into Spanish and having to learn so many different tenses and ways to say things depending on if it happened yesterday or if I'm going to do it today. It's so difficult. I think the way Mandarin does it is actually just a lot more clean and simple. I'm kind of jealous of your language.
Yeah, it's really hard. Even for me, I find myself making some of the mistakes from time to time. It's really just a habit that is hard to break.
I think that's okay because even us native English speakers, every now and then, if we're not careful, we might say something that has the wrong tense. Like, oh, tomorrow I go to the store. Well, I should say, like, I will go to the store, but maybe I'm trying to talk too fast and I blurt it out. So I see a lot of the students and sometimes the teachers, they will be very critical of themselves when in reality they make the same mistakes we native English speakers make. So I think it's okay.
But will you misunderstand their meaning because they use the wrong tense?
I will understand what they're trying to say, and it's something as a teacher, like I want to make sure they can do better, but it's still something that we might mess up ourselves every now and then, especially in like professional writing. When you're trying to be very consistent, you'll see like people write and then they'll get the tenses wrong. This is a big problem in college, and the professor will be like, you said this from the third person perspective when you should have used this word. It's difficult to describe, but really we do it all the time too.
So will you correct students if they have some mistake?
I try to correct it if they have a mistake in a nice way. I don't want to make the student feel like ashamed or bad for making a mistake. Yeah.
Oh. So you will say the correct way and repeat their sentence?
Generally, yes. I try to make it I try to do it in a way where I'm not calling attention to the mistake. So, for example, like, what did you do yesterday? I go to the store. I'm like, oh, you went to the store. That's fun.
You just repeat their words.
So I'm not saying, oh, you did that wrong.
Yes.
I'm kind of going along with it and saying, this is how you should say it.
I think it's
You
a
went
very
to the
good
store.
way. Yeah, it's a good way. So, do you have some suggestions about the practical tips to fix this kind of the issue?
It's very difficult. That's probably the hardest part of English is all the different conjugations and tenses. So really my suggestion would just to be to consume more English content, and I think eventually it will become a bit more natural. My best English students outside of the gifted program are those who just, they like to watch like English content creators on YouTube and whatnot. They don't really study that hard in school, and they don't go to English cram school. They just watch YouTube videos. But to them, that creates a very natural passion for the language. So I think they understand a lot more of the natural ways that native speakers speak.
What do you think about this, Kate?
I think Michael has mentioned two important points. The first one is don't afraid to make mistakes. Even the native speakers, they make the same mistakes again and again. So I remember when I first went to the cram school, the first sentence my English teacher, native English teacher, said to us is, don't afraid to be mistake. And he said mistake is okay. So that provided a very good environment for us to speak anything we want, and forgot about the grammar rules. And the second thing is, I kind of agree. It should not be kind. It's totally agree what Michael just said. Just expose yourself to the real world English. You can watch YouTube clip. You can listen to the podcast. Yes. Just try to listen to the real world English as much as you can.
好，就是刚刚可以做一个很好的总结啊，就是第一个，我们不要害怕去犯错哈，就是因为你犯错，其实你才会知道，就是那之后我们应该要怎么样正确的去讲，所以先不要害怕犯错，就是犯错总比你都不说来的好，这样。
非常的同意，因为有的时候就是你读了非常多的英文，然后你考试你也都全对，但是当你真的要讲出话来的时候，你卡住的时候，你才知道说，哦，原来那个东西我不会说。对，我常常会遇到这种情况，因为就是我觉得输出本身就是一个很困难的事情，真的。
对，所以就是有时候讲了之后，你才会发现。原来是这样。譬如说，就是我刚刚有问 Kate 说 ，What's your take on this？ 对，我本来其实都是说 How do you think about it 这样子。可是因为 ChatGPT 给我一个建议是 You can set What's your take on this？And 我第一次知道可以这样子使用，这样因为平常根本不会用什么 take on this 这种，就是看起来很简单的字，但实际上不是我生活中有听到，因为可能听得不够多。好，然后我想说这是。我们连接到第二个，刚刚这个 Michael 有提到，就是你要让自己可以就是暴露在这么就是很多的这个输入，很多的这种，比如说 YouTube 上面的这些频道啊，像这些 native speaker 他们在谈论的事情的时候，他们都是怎么样在谈论的。那我觉得就是可以就是让你自己知道说原来他们通常在讲，比如说在讲收手这种感觉的时候，他们会怎么样去应对、去回应这样子。
对，找一个你喜欢的主题，然后你就会很不断的深入去找很多的影片。譬如说我有个学生呢，他很喜欢打篮球，他最喜欢看的就是去 NBA， 然后看现场的转播，然后还有讲那些球要怎么打。
对，
然后结果他的英文就非常的好，
他就是用那边来训练。
对，
That's an incredible observation. I would have never noticed that, I don't think. I've noticed a tendency for the students, sometimes they skip like articles. So instead of like, I bought a cup of coffee the other day. I bought a cup coffee other day. They'll just kind of skip the words a and the sometimes. They just don't include those.
A and the.
A and the. Oh, I have a notebook. I have notebook. I have notebook. I've noticed sometimes they skip those.
Oh, so if the noun is countable, it is very crucial to say in front of that countable noun.
So you would either say I have a notebook or I have one notebook, but we would never say I have notebook.
Oh, yes.
And that's something I notice sometimes the students, they will do that. They will just say I have notebook. I have pen.
Another thing that my students usually, the mistake my student usually made is the English letter G.
G.
Yes, they always pronounce G.
Ju? How do you say it?
G.
G.
Ju?
Yeah.
Ju?
See, that was very hard for a native speaker to
very
speak.
difficult for you to pronounce G, right?
G.
G?
A B C D E F G.
Ju?
So how do you pronounce it?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
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 So we have the E sound, right? G.
G.
And also
Another
N.
letter is N.
N.
Yes,
N,
like teacher
M.
N.
Yeah.
N.
And
We will pronounce N.
N.
N. So it's not CNN when we mention
We will
the
say
media.
CNN.
C.
You didn't notice that before.
Well,
You have not noticed that.
I don't generally ask the students to like read specific letters. That being said, sometimes I will like list letters to them and I think they just mishear me. Like I'll say, my name is Michael. It's spelled Michael. And they'll say like Nichel. It's like, no, M.
Oh.
But I think maybe they have difficulty like,
I think we also struggle with the pronunciation is A and A. Like,
Yeah,
it's Facebook, not Facebook.
I have a terrible experience on this because my name is Kate.
Yes.
But usually a lot of students will call me, hey, teacher cat, teacher cat.
Yeah, so A and A, I think is the difficult pronunciation for the student and also teachers.
is it difficult or did they just think that it's supposed to be pronounced with the short A sound? Because
FF, I think.
normally if there's an E at the end of something, you'll pronounce it with the long A. So Facebook has the E after the C.
Yes.
So you'll say Facebook, or Kate has the E at the end of the T. So Kate. Now, if you didn't have the E at the end, it would be cat.
Yes.
But the E tells us this is the long A. So Kate.
So how about salmon?
Salmon?
Yeah,
I don't know how that one came out. Salmon is a weird one.
salmon.
Salmon?
Yeah.
And also, and the other pronunciation is braid. Is
Braid?
it correct? Braid. I have the braid in the for the lunch or the
I have bread.
bread. So yes, I have a mistake. Bread.
I have bread.
So do you have the word braid? No,
You can braid your hair.
braid.
A braid.
Oh,
It's when
so
you-
it's bread.
It's bread.
Bread. So for me, it's difficult, right? It's difficult.
Well,
Bread.
something I've always hated, even when I was like in second grade in America, was I don't like the English spelling. I don't know if you know this, but English, it came from like a very specific part of Europe,
Yes.
and then they moved over to England, and then they took parts of French and Latin and Greek. So the English language, it's like this big mix of so many different European languages. And that means that some of the spelling is just, it's all over the place because it's like 4 different European languages in one.
Yeah.
Like, for example, chicken and poultry. Chicken comes from Old English. Poultry comes from French. We use both words. So it's just, it's a little confusing.
对，因为我一直都发不好，就是面包那个字，我也不知道为什么，就一直有障碍。bread 就是好像要把那个下巴讲下来，就是一直有障碍。我不知道你有没有这个障碍过。
我
是学生，你有听到学生有这个障碍，就是那种下来的音，我常会发不好。
我有就是之前有听过一个老师，一个教授说过，他说像一些你刚刚讲的是母音嘛，
对，
那英文的子音呢，其实大部分是在喉咙的后面会发出来的，然后但是讲中文的话，中文的发音是比较后来嘴巴的前面，所以有时候你在发音的时候就会感觉念起来会不太标准，对。
但他就会让他误会，因为之前我也问过 Michael 喜不喜欢 bread，但是他没有听懂，因为我可能讲的是 bread，就是比较轻。
我记得我小的时候有一次，就是我们有仪队，然后我们有国外的仪队来交流，然后我觉得我们的帽子很好看，然后我就要拍照的时候问他说，我们可以交换帽子拍照吗？但是呢，那个帽子是叫做 hat，但是我发成了 head。就是我没有很强调，然后呢
？They just want to exchange their hat, but she said hat.
Hat.
I want to take a picture with another group of honor guards, and I thought that our hat are very unique. So if we can change our hat and take a picture, it will be a very nice seeing a very nice picture.
Yeah.
But when I asked them, I said, would you mind exchanging hat with us? And then they look really surprised.
By saying, can you exchange hats with us?
By knowing that they are not able to change hat with me.
Oh.
Yes.
Head.
And
Head. Okay,
hat.
I understand. I thought you said hat at first. Yes, can't exchange the head. I think they could maybe infer what you're trying to say, though.
So you will say head, you will have a in the
head.
Head.
This is my head, and I eat bread.
Bread. Head.
It keeps me well fed. Yes.
好了，就是这次会有这种误会啦，因为就是有些音真的很难发清楚。还有一个我觉得很容易发错的，很容易讲的不是很标准的是 line， 就是因为很多人都是说，
wait in line，
你要赖我这样子。对 ，we have a line， but I think many Taiwanese will say lie， like
line.
We have a last name called Lie。And they always say the lie is lie, not line.
Like line, like the phone app?
Yeah,
line?
The phone app is line, right?
It's definitely line.
Line, yeah.
Like that N sound, line.
Line, yeah. And we will always say lie. Lie. Yeah, lie.
Don't think so.
And the word. The office, we have the office, and office have a word. In 那个Office 就是那个 Office 作业系统的
Word.
Word. Oh.
Laptops we have a Word.
Microsoft Word.
Microsoft Word.
Yes.
So we always say Word.
So it sounds like sometimes you guys omit or don't say like the last word, the last like.
It's difficult for Taiwanese.
Yeah.
World, and war.
Like World War II. It's very difficult.
Sometimes that's difficult for me. My friends make fun of me because I can't say the word jewelry. Like rings, necklaces.
Yeah.
Jewelry. It's hard for me to say. Same for whirlpool. I can't say it. Whirlpool. It's like it's the pool where it like spins around the water. It's hot, like kind of like a jacuzzi or like hot tub or hot spring. Whirlpool. It's hard for me to say.
里面有水在旋转在池。
Yeah. It's difficult.
好啦，就是有点像我们台湾有些人安当不分，有一点可能有些是有一点难发音，这样对他们来说有不一样难发音的。但我觉得我们比较很容易发错的就是那种。就是有
母音，然后就是那个它的就是差异很小的母音啊。
对，然后就是会 就也许跟他们讲，我不知道 Michael 会不会误会我们在讲什么，还是因为可能有一个 context，他可能就比较不会误会我们在说什么这样。If someone said word, war,
World War II.
World War II.
Okay, I would know that one. I would know that one. World War II. Yes.
So you can understand.
I can understand World War II.
Oh, and
But if someone
I will
said,
use word to finish my task.
I have no idea. Now I know, but before I would have no idea.
So if I will use word to finish.
Yeah. Yes. Now I know.
对，所以你是不是有时候还是会造成误会？
Or if you said, I will message you online, I'll be like, oh, I know.
Oh, if
But-
I just
But what
say
is the correct way to say it?
Line?
line,
Word?
Word.
World War II?
world 哦，这真的是很像绕口令。好，就是有些在有 context 的时候，他可能可以理解，但有时候真的是，就是即便有 context，也不一定可以理解这样子。
对
所以我觉得就是有些字，大家可能是还是可以想尽办法把它发的比较正确一
对，
点。
但是 Michael 他还是一致的，就是非常的鼓励人心，他都会拿他自己的例子说，我自己也有很多会发的不好。
像 jewelry，
对
Yes.
对
We had a student in the gifted class who was asking me, how do I pronounce this? It was the word Sagittarius.
secretary，
It's like a constellation, like the zodiac. And even I had to like think about it for a second. How do you say this?
射手座
Sagittarius.
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 Sagittarius，
I was teaching a lesson about the type of English they use in the UK. They call French fries chips,
chips，
and they call chips crisps.
crisps，
And I was trying to,
crisps，
and the online students were like, how do you, I can't say this word. And I was like, crisps. I can't say it either. Crisps. They don't eat potato chips over there. They eat potato crisps. I can't say it.
所以
So
他们会把那个薯条讲成 crisps。
crisps.
是
为什么
crisps。
要这么困难 crisps？
So I always try to stress to anyone in Taiwan, whether teacher or student, that like English is such a broad language and we all make mistakes. So like really don't sweat the small details. It's okay.
有时候就 wrap up 一下，就是简单来说，就是不管怎么样哈，不，即便它这英文有很多就是比较难念的字，或者是因为它来自这欧洲大陆的各种的融合，但就是不要害怕犯错而不说这样子。
对
就是你就好好的讲，像我们就是本来都说就是 was the last time to have an interview with a foreign teacher, but we have the second time now.
Yeah.
对，所以就是不要害怕，你就是多尝试，然后大家就可以从这错误里面，然后就慢慢知道说啊，原来是这样子，就是怎么样是比较正确，或者是至少不要让人家误解这样子。
对
我觉得大概就是原则吧。
对，没错。
So I really appreciate you both taking the time to join us today. And I think, Michael, your perspectives on making English sound natural were so valuable.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you save a lot of people.
I hope so.
And I think not only me, but also our listeners will benefit from this discussion. 如果他们真的有听完的话，
有啦，真的要坚持下去哦，
好
一定要超过 Howard 说的5分钟。
对，本来已经快要坚持不下去了，这样子。Okay, thank you both for sharing your time. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
好，
Thank
这是我们
you.
今天节目了，谢谢大家，欢迎大家都可以留言给我们，让我们有继续做下去的动力，这样子。OK， 拜拜。
Bye bye.
拜拜。
欢迎大家订阅、分享，给我们5星好评哦！
如果有任何问题，也欢迎可以留言给我们哦。拜拜。
拜拜。